on this episode of MythBusters. Adam and Jamie have a heavy-hitting movie myth.
And it's a man.
Stuck between two chubby cops.
Well, we gotta get this guy in the car right away. He's got an accident to attend.
Could a sandwich suspect
Let's do this.
survive the mother of all truckin' T-bones?
Better than a cup of coffee, isn't it?
Wow.
Meanwhile, Carrie, Tori, and Grant have the most exhaustive fuel efficiency fable in MythBusters history.
Follow us for fuel savings. Learn about hypermiling.
Could a troop of traffic tactics
Engine off.
Shut off the engine. Let's save some more fuel.
really combine to double your miles per gallon?
Starting to get it, Hypermilers. I'm getting it.
Or is this a myth that puts the rage in road rage?
Oh, she just gave us birth. Yeah, you hate us. Do you hate science?
Who are the MythBusters? Adam Savage
That is science.
and Jamie Heineman.
I'm ready.
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience. Together with Grant Imahara,
Oh, it's burrowing.
Carrie Byron,
Always makes me feel dangerous.
and Tori Belleci.
There's something you don't see every day.
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
All right, Jamie, I'm gonna paint you a picture and I want you to guess the myth. Are you game?
I'm ready.
Here goes. It comes from a foreign action movie called Headhunters.
You can't shrink a head.
No. In this movie, our hero is seated in the back seat of a police car, and he is
You
between...
can't drive from the back seat.
No, let me just get through the story. He is seated between two really big cops, and the bad guy wants to kill him so badly, he takes a truck and he T-bones the cop car at like full speed, except that our hero survives the crash.
Because he's protected by the padding provided by the two big guys.
Exactly. In a car accident, could you be protected by the people you are sitting between?
It's a movie myth that puts the wide in widescreen. Could a set of heavy-set policemen really protect you from a terrifying truck T-bone? Or has this myth got fat chance?
So what's the plan?
Well, this whole myth is predicated on the idea that you're better off being between two big dudes than you are being alone. I think that means we should see if we can illuminate some of those forces with a scale test.
To see if we can collect some relative data.
Exactly. This is the exact make and model of the car that gets T-boned in the movie clip that we're replicating. I'm about to mock it up in 1/6 scale so that we can actually see what's going to happen inside that car when we hit it with the truck.
Adam's polycarbonate compact car is the first of 4 things the guys need for their small-scale test.
All right. There it is.
Second is a truck stand-in, and for that, Adam's got wood.
Great.
He's building a swinging battering ram that should log the perfect T-bone benchmark. The third ingredient is easy. 1 crash test dummy,
That's awesome.
which just leaves the padded policeman.
So my little dude's ready to go into the rig, but I need a couple of big dudes to place on either side of him. What are they going to be made of? Well, humans are basically bags of water, and that's what my big dudes are going to be. I'm not going to use straight water balloons, though, because I don't want them to break, and I'd like them to be kind of barrel-shaped. So I'm going to sew out of some really nice leather. I love the smell of leather. That sounds creepier than I meant it to sound. A pair of leather cylinders to house my water balloons in. That should give us a really good picture of what it's like to bounce around between a couple of big dudes. Dude number 2.
With all the players primed, it's time to swing for science.
We're gonna smash our miniature car twice. Once with a dummy in it by himself, and once with him padded by these 2 water balloons. Now we've got a sensor in here which will record the difference between those 2 impacts.
And for impact number 1, Baby Buster's flying solo.
Scale car crash in 3, 2, 1. That was quick.
In real time, the tiny T-bone looked okay. But slowed down, it was anything but, as Buster got thrown left, right, and center, peaking at 150 Gs.
Now it's under the padded version.
For Impact 2, will the two cop cushions lessen Buster's blow?
All right. Oh no, this truck's out of control. No, here it comes. 3, 2, 1, blam! I'll bet that was different.
I'll bet it was too.
First impressions are that the crash seemed less intense.
Oh, that looks a lot better. Wow. It's like a forced bro hug.
But what does the data say?
Our dummy experienced 30 Gs from the impact between the two big guys. He experienced over 5 times that, over 150 Gs, without that extra padding. So if this actually holds up in the full scale, it could work because 30 Gs is survivable. 150 Gs is not.
I tell you, I'm feeling super optimistic about this story. It really seems like there's something to it.
That means it's time to go full scale, don't it?
Yes, it is. How are we gonna do that?
Well, the car and the truck are the easy part. It's the big guys. I mean, it's not like we're gonna find some volunteers.
No, we're gonna have to build our own.
Yep.
Next, a myth about going the extra mile.
All right, so you guys have your driving shoes on because this myth is the mother of all fuel efficiency techniques. It's called hypermiling.
Oh, is that where you drive a certain way and it gets you really good gas mileage?
Oh, not just really good gas mileage, great gas mileage. According to this myth, there's just a few simple things that you can do to double your mileage. Regardless of the type of car you have, you can significantly reduce your fuel consumption.
Wait, so are these techniques legal?
Well, not all of them. I mean, there is one where you can roll through stop signs, but the ones that we're gonna be focusing on are completely 100% legal.
And they double your gas mileage.
That's what they say.
It's a question as old as the car. Is there anything you can do to make your gas guzzler guzzle less gas? Can some simple hypermiling techniques really double your mileage? Or is this fuel fable running on empty?
All right, so you mentioned a massive road trip, but that sounds a little more like a finale, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hypermiling is about taking a bunch of small techniques, combining them, and getting an overall fuel efficiency. So what I think we need to do is break down each of these techniques and find out how fuel efficient each of them are.
Okay, so what are they?
Actually, out of the top 6, we've already done 3 on our show. For example, we know at high speeds, it's better to drive with your windows up and your AC on.
This test is being done by professional drivers on a closed track. Your results may differ.
We know that your fuel efficiency increases when you drive relaxed. And we know that overinflating your tires by 10% can really boost your mileage.
You're getting less rolling resistance and therefore better fuel efficiency.
Yeah, but there are 3 that we have not tested, and that is limiting your speed on a freeway, overall control of your acceleration, and turning off your engine at a red light.
All right, well, why don't we start with the speed tests? I mean, that's easy. We could drive around a track at 3 different speeds, compare the fuel usage. Sound good?
Sounds cool.
Let's hit the road.
So that's 6 hypermiling secrets, and the Mythbusters have already ticked off 3. However, before they put them all together, they need to test the rest, starting with limiting speed. But rather than hitting the highway,
We are gonna save so much fuel. In your face, global warming.
first they're hitting the runway.
We are here at the Alameda runway to test hypermiling. Now, a car is most fuel efficient at higher speeds because it's using higher gears and it's using momentum of the vehicle. But at a certain point, those gears max out and you actually use more fuel to get more speed. Not only that, the faster that you go, the more wind resistance you're gonna experience, therefore making it less fuel efficient. So there's a theory that driving slower might actually save you fuel.
And to test that theory, they've set up a circuit 1 mile long.
Follow us for fuel savings. Learn about hypermiling.
They'll drive 20 laps at 45, 55, and 65 miles per hour and get the fuel efficiency of each speed. But how will they track their gallons per mile?
This piece of equipment right here is a very precise flow meter. It'll tell us how much fuel we consume. This is connected to the exhaust system. It's got a temperature sensor, pressure sensor, and a flow meter. We've got a weather center here that helps us out with humidity, atmospheric pressure, and ambient temperature, and a GPS to tell us precisely how far we travel.
So with the high-tech rig on board, now it's time to hightail it for the test.
Now, to keep everything consistent, we need the driving to be consistent. So we have the same driver for every test. We're going to drive consistently, no heavy braking, no heavy acceleration, and we're also going to keep the speed consistent. At the end, we'll compare all the results and see what we've got. Tori,
Ready for a road trip?
45-mile-per-hour test. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Position running.
Road trip!
Don't worry, you're not seeing triple.
It's fun driving in circles, eh?
It is. They do it in NASCAR all the time.
With over 20 minutes at the same speed for each test, we're going to need a split-screen montage.
I prefer road trips where we stop at cool destinations rather than take data.
What do you mean? This is the road trip to science. I think we're in the lead. I don't see any other cars.
And while fuel efficiency data collection isn't the most stimulating,
Sometimes you get to blow things up. Sometimes you drive in circles with the air conditioning off.
the MythBusters find a way to make it interesting.
This cruise control is amazing. You don't even have to steer. This is awesome.
Both hands on the wheel there, Balachi. You don't want to go through a fence.
Again. If I had a nickel for every time we ran into a fence.
You'd have almost $1, right?
But despite not hitting the fence, they are getting compelling data.
It's a consistent pattern here. Every time we go in this direction, it's 18 gallons per hour, and every time we go in that direction, it's about 22 gallons per hour.
At higher speeds, the wind resistance is affecting the gas consumption. But will the hypermile speed of 45 miles per hour avoid that?
All right, kids, we're almost home. Thank goodness.
Finally, after over 30 laps, it's time to pull up and pump out the data.
And we're here.
Test. Okay, let's take our numbers over to the data acquisition team, let them export them, and do our comparison.
I think we are going to see some serious savings.
Well, it's over to Kent Johnson and his team for the final tally on the fuel efficiency.
So it's looking pretty good. At 65 miles an hour, seeing about 34 miles per gallon. At 55 miles an hour, it improved to 17%. And at 45 miles an hour, it improved about 30%.
That's actually really good for our myth.
Yeah, these hypermilers might be onto something.
They might, because a 30% saving just by decreasing your speed to 45 miles per hour is impressive.
So far, it's looking really good for this myth of hypermiling. It turns out, after looking at the data, that if you drive at slower speeds on the freeway, you will in fact save fuel. But that is just one piece in the puzzle. Because remember, we're trying to put all these together in order to double our mileage.
Can being sandwiched between two corpulent cops really let you survive a tremendous T-bone? Small Scale said maybe.
Oh, that looks a lot better.
So now it's time to up the ante at Alameda Runway.
I am standing in one of our most favoriteest locations ever used on MythBusters, the runway at the Alameda Naval Base on the east side of beautiful San Francisco Bay. We have caused a lot of accidents on purpose on this runway. That's cool! But today, instead of remote controlling the vehicles or pulling them with cables, Jamie and I will be driving this baby right here. Oh yeah, it's on.
Yep, for Full Scale, the MythBusters will literally be putting their lives on the line for science.
That ought to do.
So first up, they need some driving 101.
This truck is an older truck and it's a little worse for wear. So with that in mind, we brought in an expert to make sure that we know how to operate it properly for our test.
All right, here we go.
Yep, they need a big rig pro for a truckload of instruction.
Howdy.
Josh.
Because it turns out trucking ain't as easy as you'd think.
So, first thing is your clutch pedal. When you press it all the way to the floor,
Yes.
you're applying what's called a clutch brake. So when you're shifting, make sure you're not pushing it all the way to the floor because you're going to apply the brake on the input shaft.
Okay.
20 minutes later, and the instructions are still coming thick and fast.
This is not a synchronized transmission.
Okay.
So, launch the vehicle. You can float shift it from first, second. You don't want to switch this button while you're in this neutral.
No?
No.
Okay.
But eventually, Adam's all set.
Oh, driving big things!
And although he starts with the mantra that if you can't find it, grind it, he soon gets the hang of things. Meanwhile, Jamie, also a first-time trucker, struggles to get in. But once seated, he drives it like a pro from the start. As if there was any doubt. That's one big rig and two truckers raring to go. So now to put the car before the horsepower.
Allow me to introduce you to the car we will be smashing today. It's not only the same make and model as the car in the clip we're attempting to replicate, it also has a special significance to me. Here, take a look at this picture. That's me at 25 years old, 20 years ago, and that is my first car. Yes, this is the same make and model as my first car. Now, you may be wondering why a 25-year-old would want a station wagon as their first car. Well, I knew I would be hauling stuff around. You could fit a 4x8 sheet of plywood in the back of this thing. And I also knew I did not want a pickup truck because I hate helping people move. That's why this was the perfect solution for me.
Once the car's all lined up, the final ingredient for test one is the passenger.
This is our human analog. It's called a syndaver. And it has individual muscles, bones, and organs just like a human. Now, it will be our crash test dummy for this test, and we're going to x-ray it first to make sure all its parts are intact.
Immediately after the accident, our dummy will be x-rayed again and examined by friend of MythBusters, orthopedic surgeon Noah Weiss. And we'll see just what kind of injuries our dummy sustained.
And with Blue Buster fighting fit,
Yep, it's all good.
it's time for him to assume the position.
Come on, we gotta get this guy in the car right away. He's got an accident to attend. Oh.
Children.
Now, in the movie, our hero was seated in the back seat of a car just like this between two large policemen, and we will do that crash. That'll have to do. But in order to find out how good or bad that might have been for him, we need a control, and that's why in this test, our guy will be seated all alone in the back seat. Yes, you'll be fine. No, you won't be fine. He's not gonna be fine at all.
And to quantify just how not fine he'll be, the team adds PCB accelerometers, meaning the sandwich suspect is all set.
Glad I'm not you.
The driver, on the other hand, needs some more protection.
All right, so are you ready for this?
Ready as ever.
Are you kind of looking forward to it, aren't you?
Yeah.
I will tell you your speed on the speed gun.
Okay.
Have fun.
Cautiously, Jamie climbs into the cab and takes the truck to the far end of the runway. Then it's go time.
All right, Jamie, are you ready?
Good to go.
Crash test control. 2, go!
Like an angry walrus, the truck heaves into action. Accelerating to the 50 miles an hour of the movie.
Here it comes. That was amazing. That was one hell of a thud.
Talk about crash. Bang. Boom. Their green machine's been totally totaled.
Well, that'll wake you up. That impact was frightening, actually. Coming up on the car at that speed, you don't realize how fast you're going until you kind of get close to it, and then you realize that this is going to be serious. It was like a racking explosion. It was a bang. It was it's kind of like getting hit in the head by a 2x4, except nothing actually touched you. You can see what it did to the car. The truck is fine. I was not hurt in any way, but
Jamie may have lived to tell the T-bone tale, but the question is, has Buster?
he looks a little more flexible than he was when he first went in.
Well, firstly, Dr. Weiss delivers his prognosis.
Dr. Weiss, how was our patient after that accident?
Well, this patient has sustained multiple devastating injuries. There are fractures and dislocations of the neck, the thoracic spine, the low back and pelvis. This patient is very, very dead.
Wow. I want to say thank you, but that's just so horrifying.
And for a second opinion, Dr. Harding has the G-load.
All right, David, how did our guy do?
The chest saw 540 Gs.
Ow!
And his head saw 620.
That's dead.
Deader than a doornail.
Yep, because that's over 6 times the survivable threshold.
The difference between this kind of crash and what happens between a couple of cars when they hit on the highway is that the truck here is a brute. And the numbers bear that out. We got enormous figures on the G loads. The big question here is what happens when we put our dummy between a couple of fat guys. Will he survive then? Looking at this kind of damage, it'll be really something if he does.
The MythBusters are doubling down, testing if hypermiling methods can double your mileage.
Hypermiling is efficient, just not time efficient.
So far, limiting your speed to 45 miles per hour scores you an extra 30%.
Now, these hypermilers might be onto something.
But now to get off the freeway and start hypermiling in traffic.
Now, so far with the hypermiling myth, we found a few techniques that have been effective at increasing our mileage, but those are mostly for freeway speeds. Now what we need to do is test a few that go along with city driving, stop and go traffic. And that's why we're here at the Alameda County Sheriff's Department driving course.
The plan for this experiment is pretty simple. We've laid out a driving course. Sure that Grant's the right person to be the test driver? There's 20 laps per circuit, and we have stop signs and randomly timed traffic lights. Now, for the first test, we're going to just get a benchmark. It's our control. We drive normally.
Like their previous test, high-tech wizardry will track the fuel consumption.
Okay, this is the control test for hypermiling, lap 1.
Let's do this.
And to make sure there are no other variables, the AC is off.
You're sweating.
I know. You're glistening.
I know.
All our designated driver Grant needs to do is drive normally.
Hey, Mom, Dad, are we there yet?
Not there yet, honey.
Accelerating and braking as he usually would.
God, I hate this slide.
I know, it's so long.
There's not a single other car. What's the holdup?
And sticking to the speed limit of 30 miles per hour.
Science makes me car sick.
Then after 20 laps, they've got their control baseline.
It was really interesting to watch the equipment as Grant was driving. Even at idle, the car is using about 0.5 gallons per hour. And then when Grant was speeding up, he was getting up to about 6.5 gallons per hour. Now, it's time to see what the techniques of hypermiling are gonna do and how it affects how much fuel we use. Hopefully we save some.
Yep, and those hypermiling traffic tactics all rest on how you accelerate, stop, and brake.
Now for this, when you see a light, you start to decelerate in case it turns red. If you have to stop at a red light, you turn the car completely off. And then when you start up again, you accelerate really, really, really slowly to save as much gas as possible.
Now, acceleration is basically burning fuel, but braking is a complete waste of the car's energy because you're basically stopping all the momentum of the vehicle. Now, how is this going to translate into the fuel consumption? That's what we're about to find out.
Okay, painfully slow acceleration. You're doing well.
Meanwhile, people behind us are honking.
Hey.
People are looking at us. But you
It's
know
all
what? Who
about
cares?
saving.
We're saving fuel.
Uh-oh, there's a stop sign coming up. Decelerating early. Make a full complete stop. Really smooth acceleration. It's like my driver's ed test.
Interesting thing, there's no like peaks right now. It's all just kind of consistent,
Right.
low fuel usage.
Grant's having this internal struggle right now. He's like, gotta get good data, gotta have good science, but I'm in a car. Must accelerate. What's going on? Stupid science is stopping me from being fast right now. But I love science. I'm conflicted.
Just like the control, Grant must stick to the 30-mile-per-hour speed limit. But this time, he's limiting both his acceleration and deceleration.
So you slow a little bit in anticipation of a possible red and roll through it. Nice.
Yeah.
And when they don't catch the green light,
Oh, here comes the light.
Slow.
All right, shut off the engine. Let's save some more fuel.
Engine off.
We should have done this during the winter.
Green light.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
just like the control, they complete 20 sweaty circuits.
You know what? This could be like a spa treatment and a road trip.
If somebody was massaging your neck, it'd be like a full spa treatment.
And eventually, it's time to find out how fuel frugal this technique really is.
All right.
Woo! We made it. Nice driving. Well,
Thank you.
Well done. So the results are in. Let's take a look at the data. Now, I need a graph here. Now, as you can see, Grant's control test, him driving normally, which is a little scary, he was able to get 13 miles per gallon. But then, on his hypermiling test, his eco-friendly driving, he was able to get 17 miles per gallon. That is a 30% increase. This is incredible. But remember, this myth is about doubling your mileage. So, we need to take all these techniques, put them together, and see if we can get that mythical double mileage.
That's another 2 ticks for the Hypermile code, which means it's time to put it all together and go road tripping.
I love you too.
There's no way a solo middle seat suspect will survive a T-boning truck.
This patient is very, very dead.
But will some big bone busters help?
We've now come to the point in the episode where it's time for Jamie and I to make a pair of plus-sized busters. Now, here's the problem we have. They gotta weigh 350 pounds apiece, which means just making them is going to be difficult, both in terms of moving them around, installing them in the car, etc., etc. There is so much static electricity on this phone. Check out my hairdo. Woo! So we've come up with, I think, is the perfect solution, which is to carve our dudes out of an open cell foam. I'll state outright, I've never worked with a piece of foam this frickin' big before. I didn't even know you could get them this big. Then we will coat the outside of our carved figure in a hard rubber and put it in the car. Is this how Michelangelo starts the Pietà? I know what you're saying. That doesn't weigh as much as a person. No, it doesn't. That'll make it easy to install. Once it's in the car, we will fill it with water.
It's a lightweight solution to a heavy-set problem. 2 giant blocks of foam and 2 MythBusters, armed with 2 very different ideas.
Inside this block is a fat man waiting to get out. And he has one mission in life: to be in a car accident. What could be better? Let's get started.
Adam's going for the suck it and see approach, drawing an obese outline and letting rip. Jamie, on the other hand, is being a little more methodical.
To sculpt my fat guy, I could just start hacking away at a chunk of foam, which is what Adam is doing. I opted instead to do it from a computer-generated image that I found online. This is a top view of our guy, and what we've done is slice him in chunks that end up looking like this one. This is around the midsection of his body. This top surface represents the top surface of a 4-inch slab of foam. So when I cut this out, all I have to do is stack all these other pieces together, one fat guy in 2D, and I've got my guy.
It's classic MythBusters. Adam forges ahead fast and furious.
Come on, fat man. Show yourself.
While Jamie is more slow and steady. One using intuition.
I'm starting to figure out what he looks like.
The other using ingenuity.
This doesn't look like much right now, but as soon as I start stacking these blocks, it's going to turn into something.
But before long, both are taking shape.
I'd say that's a pretty heavy guy.
I'm so in love with this thing.
Even if one has been a little neater.
This is the sum total of my scrap. I'm just saying.
In case you were wondering, and I knew you were, yes, this is exactly the kind of mess I made as a child.
Next, Jamie moves on to adding a plumbing system
That's how we're going to get the water in.
so that his foam figure can become big bone.
There we go. He's plumbed and he's got a skeleton. Now all I have to do is make him look real.
Meanwhile, Adam's got a problem. His chubby chum is just too big.
Tell you what, Santa, I do know what I would like for Christmas. I would like you to lose a few pounds, just a few. He's a giant, and I don't think he'll fit in the car, so I'm gonna take about 6 inches right out of his center chest here.
Luckily, a few nip and tucks later,
Much better.
and Adam's dummy's ready for its own plumbing parts.
Nice.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That just leaves two things.
And it's a man.
First, a split-screen time-lapse with a full-figured foam is finessed.
Man, they look fantastic.
And second, a leak-free rubber skin.
One coat down, he is almost done.
That'll let their chunky creations hold water.
Over the past 10 years, we've done hundreds of experiments with 44 different busters and buster analogs. Right at this moment, right now, Mr. Orange here is my flat-out all-time favorite. Doesn't this look like the birthplace of a superhero myth? He's come to Earth to teach us about science. His secret power, the ability to survive a car crash, and that nothing rhymes with orange.
And once Mr. White and Agent Orange are all dried up,
It's clobbering time.
Yeah!
want to save money and time at the gas pump? The MythBusters do. So they're joining the Hypermile Club
All right. Shut off the engine. Let's save some more fuel.
to find out if this fuel-saving system can double the bank from your tank.
For our hypermiling grand finale, we'll be driving this 2012 sedan, the one that we've been using for all of our shorter runs. But we're throwing another car in the mix. This one's 5 years older and it has over 75,000 miles on it. Grant and I will be in the brand new car and Tori will be driving this one. Don't worry, he won't be lonely. Buster's in the passenger seat. He's a great conversationalist.
Now for our test, we'll be using our same fuel measurement system, but we're also going to be measuring the old-fashioned way, and that is by driving till we run out of gas. Here we go. Exactly 3 gallons.
So we are going to be driving one giant lap around the Bay Area, about 150 miles. Now that's a good distance, and it's going to give us a real-world average. We're going to be driving through city streets, country roads, and freeways. And to avoid traffic, we're going to drive in the middle of the day, so that way we don't have any extra variables messing up our data. Give me those.
It's the fuel efficiency road trip to rule them all. They're even adding an aerodynamic skin and removing a side mirror to combine every single fuel-saving tip for hypermiling.
All right, let's save some fuel.
With 3 gallons of gas on board, drivers, start your engines.
Adios, suckers. Let's hypermile.
It's going to be intense because they've got a hypermiling checklist a hypermile long.
Never drive above 45 miles per hour.
Done.
Remove the wing mirror on the passenger door.
Done.
Avoid braking and rapid acceleration.
Done.
Turn off engine at stoplights.
I don't like this at all.
Try and stay relaxed. Green light, green light. Gentle. Not turning on the AC.
Done.
Legally drafting when the opportunity presents itself.
Okay, I haven't had that opportunity yet.
Overinflating our tires by 10%.
Their capacity.
Cover the cars in streamline skin.
Done.
And lastly, try to navigate intersections so we're always going through green lights.
I think we're doing well.
But hold on, aren't we forgetting something? What about a control? Well, luckily, they did that yesterday. It was a control cruise of an identical route.
I forgot I don't speak Wookiee.
I also speak Klingon.
I bet you do.
At an identical time of day.
We can play this game. You want to play the silent treatment? I can play the silent treatment too.
Under identical weather conditions.
Wow, this is a beautiful place to conduct a science experiment.
You getting allergies?
Driven completely normally with no hypermiling until their 3 gallons of gas ran out.
We're running out. We're running out.
Oh, that's it.
All right. I think that's it, Buster. We are out.
Whew. All right, that's it for the control test. We went 64 miles and got 21.3 miles per gallon.
So Buster and I made it 78 miles on 3 gallons of gas. That is 26 miles per gallon.
That was the control, and they'll need to double those figures to confirm this myth. So it's back to today's hypermiling test. And in the midst of city traffic...
Oh, shoot. You really got to pay attention when you're hypermiling. Otherwise, you're going to off a lot of drivers.
Fuel frugality is frustrating.
You know, I've never noticed how many friggin' stoplights there are in this town. And, well, now that I have to shut off my car at every single one of them, it's starting to get a little annoying.
This is it. We are Coast City.
But it doesn't matter because all this stinking traffic is stopping and ruining my coasting abilities. Calming, calming, calming.
Maybe I should drive home.
Engine.
However, soon they're through the stress of the city, and the motors are still running as they head out on the highway.
You know what? Hypermiling on the freeway is so much easier than hypermiling in the city. In the city, you have traffic lights, you have a ton of traffic. On the freeway, it's wide open. You just set the cruise control and you let the fuel efficiency start.
Indeed, but while the 45-mile-per-hour limit may be saving them gas, it's not making them any friends.
Oh, is that us causing all that traffic? Oops.
Oh, she just gave me the fur. Yeah, you hate us. You hate science? What, you don't like science?
But while their disciplined driving has other drivers road raging, they are making savings.
We are at, let's see, our mileage is 31315.
Okay, so that is 12 miles past our mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
52 to go.
Okay, whether it's confirmed or not, I'm sort of impressed already.
You feel that, Buster? You know what that is? That's fuel efficiency right there, my friend.
At the 80-mile mark, they've reached the scenic route and topped their control mileage.
Now, this is the first time that we're seeing really windy roads on this course. Now, the technique here is to kind of maintain a consistent speed so that you don't have to actually brake in the turns, because if you're braking, you're losing energy. But now that there's some downhill, I'm gonna just try to coast through these turns at a safe speed. Hang on, Buster.
You know, hypermiling is a commitment. It's a way of life.
That's scary!
Or possibly a way of death, too.
As Carrie hugs those curves for maximum fuel savings, it's clear she was born to be hypermile.
Hypermile that! Woo! Feeling that.
Whew. Nice.
This thing corners like it's on 2 wheels.
It was.
I'm starting to get it, hypermilers. I'm getting it. I understand you people now. Didn't think I understood you. Now I get it.
Carrie's got the fuel savings fever.
You might see actual tears if we don't make this.
And energy to burn. The only problem is, the engine doesn't.
Uh-oh.
Because despite Carrie's deft driving,
That's it.
they're running on empty.
That's it. No
All right.
brakes.
Well, we definitely did not double our mileage.
If Carrie and Grant run out of gas, they're on the side of the road. Ooh, I don't know why I get so much joy from that.
I was getting so optimistic. It was looking so good.
Yeah, we didn't even come close to doubling our mileage. We went 64 the first time on our control, and we only got to 90 this time. That's only 40%.
Yep, 40% is a long way from 100. However, this myth and Tori are still on the road.
I just hit 136 on my odometer, which means 20 more miles, and this myth is confirmed. This is insane. Am I the only one excited about this? Yeah, I guess so.
However, Tori might have spoken too soon.
Oh, I'm running out of gas. I was so close. I was so close. I was just saying how I was at 136 miles. All I needed was 20 more miles, and we were going to confirm this myth. And as soon as I finished saying that, the engine shut off. I think we have to bust this one. I mean, it did give us a lot more mileage, but it's not doubling our mileage. So this one's looking busted.
Tori managed an impressive 70% increase, while Carrie and Grant scored 40%. So even though the myth's busted, it's still fuel for thought.
I started out with pure skepticism, thinking that hypermiling was just a wackadoo theory, to starting to believe it, to starting to get into it, to starting to work the system and feel the game, to like getting really emotionally excited about the fact that we had a hill or a turn, so I could save that little bit of fuel, just a few drops, and we're gonna get us that extra mileage. And though we did not double our mileage, 40% is nothing to laugh at.
Welcome back. We've been testing the story that if you're in the backseat of a car that gets T-boned by a truck, like this one, you're better off being sandwiched between two big dudes. So, to test this, we did a control in which we put our crash test dummy in the back seat with nothing around him, and we hit him with this very truck. Things didn't fare so well for him. He died.
This patient is very, very dead.
Now we're gonna sit him in the back seat of a new car between two big dudes, and we're gonna hit him with this truck again.
Yep, with two portly passengers, this is going to be one supersized finale.
Are you ready?
We're all ready.
Excellent.
Like the control, a brand new Sindaver takes a backseat.
Come on, buddy. We'll get him in here if it's the last thing he ever does. Oh, wait, it is the last thing he ever does.
And once he's sitting pretty in the middle,
Excellent.
it's time to call the cops.
He's terrifying.
Remember, right now their chubby creations
Time for your accident, little buddy.
are lightweights, tipping the scales at a mere 12 pounds each.
That's it. I got it.
But all that's about to change.
All right, buddy. Let's get you up to weight.
To get our cops to the required mass and consistency of an obese person, we're simply going to fill them up with water.
Oh, it's working beautifully. 1 gallon, that's 8 pounds. We got a bunch to go.
Now, based on their overall volume, each guy will weigh about 350 pounds when they're full,
It's starting to get denser.
which is right in the ballpark we need.
All right. Dude is full of water and up to weight. Now it's up to Jamie.
And once Mr. White's also piled on the pounds,
That's a big dude.
cop number 2, like the experiment, is good to go.
I don't think there's any question here if the prisoner is going to do better with these guys around him than he would by himself. He will. Padding is good. It works. That's why they put airbags in cars. The only real question here is whether he will actually survive. Is the padding enough to do that? I really don't know.
Time to suit up.
Although this time Adam's behind the wheel. For this full-figured finale, everything else is the same.
Let's do this.
The same car with the same truck going the same speed. The only difference? Those plus-sized passengers.
Okay, Adam, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, on my mark. 3, 2, 1, go. 37 miles per hour. 45. 48. You're at 50. Hold it at 50. Hold it right there.
All right. Here we go.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's just Woo! And yet, it's kind of cool.
Oh, boy! My sphincter tightened! Whew.
Are you okay?
Wow, what a concussion! Boom! I think I screamed for the last, 30 feet. I just went, ah! Boom!
Better than a cup of coffee, isn't it?
Wow. That was a rush!
It may have been a rush for Adam, but it was savage for the car.
We have teeth on this endeavor.
That is awful.
He's smiling. He liked it.
And if this hit looks bad from the outside,
Man.
inside the car, it's a disaster.
His head came off.
Well, his head's come off.
That's not a good sign.
No, I mean, his head's come clean off. It's not attached to his body.
Well, that means we don't need no data.
But still, we might as well.
Remember, Jamie thought Buster might survive, courtesy of his portly pals.
You don't look so good.
Yet, given his decapitation, that's not looking likely.
Yeah, I know.
But what do the doctors say?
So, Doc, his head fell off, but what else is wrong with him?
In addition to his complete dislocation of his head, he sustained massive injuries to his chest, abdomen, pelvis, all of his extremities. These are devastating. Our first dummy was certainly dead, but this one's even more dead.
Well, it's not at all what we expected, but that's pretty definitive.
Maybe, but were the G-loads on Buffered Buster lower this time around?
All right, David, what is the news? What does the data tell us?
Well, we maxed out our sensors.
Wait a minute. We had 500 and 600 G crashes last time. What was our max?
More than 800 Gs.
Wow. And we don't know how much worse. It's just above 800 Gs.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Whew. So with the G's maxing out at 8 times the survivable limit, there's only one conclusion to make.
So let's recap. In the first crash, our perp was seated alone in the back seat and on impact withstood 500 to 600 Gs of force, a completely deadly amount of Gs. In the second crash, seated between two big cops, this being one of them, he withstood well over 800, and that was totally counter to what both Jamie and I predicted. The second crash was far worse.
Ain't that the truth? The two corpulent cops didn't shield the suspect, they killed him. And Jamie's figured out why.
Earlier, I thought any padding would be good padding and that our dummy would be better off between the two big guys. But it turns out I was wrong. Water doesn't compress, and we're mostly water, so it was actually like our dummy was between a rock and a hard place.
Yep, instead of softening the blow, the liquid-filled bomb-in actually added insult to injury. And that means this myth is dead in the water.
How do you want to call this one?
Well, it was totally not what we expected. You'd be much worse off in the back of a car between two big guys than to not have them there in the first place. The myth is busted.
Copy that. It's totally busted. Let's get out of here. Oh.